Hey guys, Kevin here. Thanks for tuning in. And I thought that this would be kind of interesting to add to the channel. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So before I started Positive TI on Reddit, I used to journal every day on my laptop. And once I started the Reddit community, that kind of became like almost like an interactive journal for me. I would post at least every 3 or 4 days on there, nice long journal like kind of posts, with insights and just things that I was learning as I was kind of going along. And but today I was going through my journal and I was like, man, maybe some people would like to hear this. Maybe you can relate to the thought processes that I had a year and a half ago. Maybe not. I don't know. So I'll try it and give it a shot. And if it's stupid, let me know that it's stupid. And Kevin, we don't want to hear the shit that goes through your mind. But this is from December 10th of 2023. Uh, Today I will remain sober. Today I will love myself and others. Today I will forgive myself and others. Today I will be patient and calm in all circumstances. I am not that unique, and the opinions of others do not matter, as long as I remain true to those words. Confusion is enslavement's primary means of attachment. Everything around us and inside of us is there as a means of keeping us confused and attached. There seems to be a movement towards truth lately, and a lot of people seem to feel that if we can uncover the truth behind UAP and UFOs and their reason for being here, then the ultimate truth will be uncovered, whatever that ultimate truth is. But what if the UAP are also just a means of confusion, keeping us from an even deeper truth? And what if that truth is just a truth behind the veil of yet another truth, and so on and so on? What's the point? If I take all the possibilities of what could be hidden behind the veil, the response remains the same, and it is entirely within my control. It's almost like we enjoy the confusion, or we are programmed to be lost within it. Social media and free speech, it allows for this to continue. Yet, if only one authoritarian voice was to be forced on the minds of everyone and insisted as being absolute, I question the confusion of the authority. What hierarchy of influence determines what is best for the masses? If our brains have the ability, as I'm coming to find out, to transmit and receive, the oversight of such frequencies and their parameters makes sense to me that someone would want to be in control of that. For me, though, it would make sense that those who are consumed with anger, bitterness, greed, malice, they should all have their transmissions reduced to confine to a radius only received by others when having close range conversation. But those that are genuinely caring, compassionate, loving, and kind should have their thoughts broadcasted with wider proximity, which the overlapping of which would change the minds of the evil. These are just, my crazy thoughts, but I'm going to continue. No music was playing this morning when I woke up, which was nice. Usually there's some song that's buried deep down in there that's stuck on a 15-second repeat. The music is always there to grab and listen to, which would be nice if I could shuffle through entire songs from start to finish and shut it off on demand. Usually it's just one catchy verse or chorus of a song that is a major pain in the ass to get rid of. Paying in any mind makes it worse as it seems to rise from the unconscious dead and has frustration interlaced with the lyrics. I have amends that must be addressed and made. I know what they are and am setting the intention to make such amends when the time is right. Money and apologies owed to those that I had harmed. And I'm just going to pause right there for a second while I'm reading this because it's important to address this, and this was, it was a year, December last year, right? But when this was going on and it was really heavy, like I was feeling, I don't know if like it's like a remorse that's brought out of you, or if you're just trying to find an escape route, because it's like what the fuck did I do to bring such an atrocity on me, to bring such torture on me? I must have done something messed up, right? So you start desperately seeking for something wrong that you did, like I have to make amends, I got to apologize to people, I need to start eating right, I need to start thinking better, I need to start speaking better, I need all these things, right? All these like pretentious displays of who you actually are not, in the present moment. And now, like I said, almost like a year later, I come to realize how wrong that thinking was. You're not meant to be this pretentious douchebag that goes and sets the world on fire to try and get rid of this thing, because it doesn't work, all right? What does work is coming into your own. I'm finding that alleviation in the brain, like really just coming into your own. Be like, okay, what is true within my core belief system? What can I actually kind of make amends for now? What can I push off? What is really worth going to up to that person and saying I'm sorry? Like, you really you have to, what's the word? You have to be grounded with this. And I was not grounded. And I remember I was not. I was in such a state of, you know, man, like I get if I can just get out there and do the right thing, because I thought that the cause for this happening to me was my nefarious lifestyle, being a drug addict and an alcoholic, for this coming upon me. And that's, I don't know if that's true or not, but hindsight is always 2020, and now looking back at the person that I was, the biggest thing that I ever, the worst thing that I ever did was not forgive myself. I was too hard on myself, and the manner of harshness that I was on myself, it almost was like that was the manner of harshness that I allowed them to have on me, if that makes sense. So going easy on yourself and forgiving yourself and saying, you know what, I'm human. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm perfectly imperfect. To be flawed and fucked up is to be perfectly human. Every one of us does stupid, stupid, stupid shit. Every single one of us. But we're just kind of going through a tumultuous time right now. But yeah, go, go. All right. So let me continue with this and get this over with. Let's see. Apologies in the subconscious field that need a face to face manifestation. Hiding from anything only ensures it will rear its unmet head in the near future. A tornado in the eye of a hurricane. A fairly accurate description of this occurrence, I presume, having not seen the tornado. Buddhism and most New Age spiritual practices have a very one with everything ideology, forgetting that truly becoming one with everything entails becoming one with the evil of human nature and the destruction of Mother Nature as well. I'm beginning to think that becoming one with everything requires more recognition than practice. Recognizing that as a collective consciousness, manifesting the wholeness of Maya, which is, in Buddhism, that is illusion, we all stand accused of and accountable for the evil that pervades this illusion. Maybe hanging on the cross and taking on all the sins of all mankind, past, present, and future, is a responsibility that we all need to share. It doesn't matter if I know or don't know what this is. It doesn't matter what I think it is. Nothing changes the fact that it is what it is. What matters is my mental approach towards the unknown, acknowledging that I, a human being, am the embodiment of all aspects of human nature, good and bad, but I'm choosing to reside in morality matters most, right? Expect nothing, accept everything. For what choice do we have apart from attitude? What is a higher power exactly? Organic? A human organization with more authority and leeway than you? Spiritual or metaphysical in nature? Knowing this is more important to me than I should probably allow it to be. If not spiritual in nature, then the potential for imperfection worries me. Not that I, by any means, deserve anything perfect in my imperfect little world, but I don't trust people and their devious ways, and the thought of some sort of non human origin behind this worries me way less. We're arrogant and prideful with an immense appetite for destruction in the name of preservation. I focus on the good of it all as much as I can in the restoration that has been taking place in my life. To focus on anything else only enhances the confusion and chaos waiting to be released inside of my head. It seems to go that way. The worry, anxiety, confusion, and anger is exaggerated quickly, expressing itself verbally or physically. The positive inner monologue only seems to combat the negative, but does not exaggerate for some reason. A part of me hopes or thinks that constant combat of the negative is leading to a massive unleashing of the positive for balance is only natural and lawful. The expression, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all, is way easier said than thought. I try not to think of certain repetitive or discriminatory words, and I immediately think about them. The thoughts originate from elsewhere, I feel sometimes, as if processed from some sort of other dimension or location prior to being a thought in my inner monologue. My inner monologue, of course, is still an actual inner dialogue. Other versions of myself in other dimensions, question mark, I don't know. Unknown friends operating on other frequencies. One frequency used for telepathic communication. Schizophrenia is a diagnosis prescribed by stupid, narrow minded human beings that would rather do their job with a pill than offer any meaningful assistance in mental health restoration. It's kind of a random rant there. Yeah, I still, you know what? I still believe that. Yeah. I am finding contentment behind the cloud of confusion these days. I'm building a bridge that is safe for others to cross. I'm thankful I am where I am and no longer where I was. I hope all other versions of myself or the others I communicate with are strengthened as well. I'm trying to wrap my head around the idea of the brain being nothing more than a receiver transmitter for other beings, and am convinced that, despite my nature, my mindset must continue to change to continue this path of enlightenment. Um, Torn theories. I'm not sure what this means. Torn theories. I am selfish for being so withdrawn, yet I'm getting stronger, which is for the betterment of all. Oh, all right, let me pause that real quick. I remember what that was. I was so detached from my relationship with Rebecca. Um, Man, God bless her. I mean, God bless that woman. I, man, I would just be in a daze, like just a cloud, a foggy cloud, and and then all of a sudden I would kind of hear her, Kevin, and I'd turn and I would look at her, and she's looking at me. She's like, I called you 10 times, and I'm just in lost in thought, trying to figure this madness out going on in my head. Um, I can't if. Yeah, absolutely crazy. God bless that woman. Um, yeah. So, I mean, that's all. So, hopefully, if this is a good idea, let me know. If it sucks, then just say, Kevin, it sucks, and I won't read any more of my journal. But who knows? Maybe you might get something out of it. Maybe it's just something interesting to listen to. Maybe you may relate to it and say, "Oh my God, I think the same crazy shit." So let me know what you think. And yeah, if this is something that people can use, then I'll start a whole other channel with just old journal entries and I'll read off of it. So all right, guys, take care. Thanks for tuning in.